It's your time. Oh,
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining, folks. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. We are live. Let's go.
feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. Let's go. Thank you, everybody. We'll pick up in a minute. Thank you, everybody.
In the heart of Africa, a flame ignites, a rhythm so vibrant, it sets minds alight.
In case you're not aware of it, Skill with is partner with CompTIA, so we're excited to pick up one of their prep programs for the Security Plus program and just have fun with it. We're honored to have one of our instructors who's going to join now. I'll just talk about the program, what to expect, then we'll get to like questions, and we'll talk about some few community events coming up too, so you can also be part of so many great things coming up. All right, let's get to our tradition as always. What part of the world are we chatting from? I can see somewhere from Lagos. Let's go. All right, Dallas, Texas. Yeah. Let's see. What part of the world are you logging in from? Let's see. Just go ahead and type. Lagos in the house. Lagos, Nigeria in the house. Dallas in the house. Let's go. What part of the world are we logging in from? Let's go, people. Oh, here we go. Flagging. Let's go, Mr. Tawfiq. New York in the house. Atlanta in the house. Thank you for joining. You all are awesome. Atlanta in the house. Let's see. Where else are you joining from? Just go ahead and type. Where else are you joining from?
Feel the drums pulsating, the energy
Excellent.
so strong.
Oh man, quite a number of people. Dallas, New York,
From Lagos to
California,
hear the call. Skillweight Academy.
McKinney, Texas in the house. Woo-hoo-hoo. Excellent. Texas in the house. What of our folks here? Awesome, guys. Really cool. All right, so let's get into the weeds real quick and just we like to do a countdown, then we will get started immediately. Let's I will just get into the weeds immediately. All right, welcome on board, everybody. Thanks for being part of our community as always. Akin here, and with us today is one of our great instructor, Naza in the house. Hey, what's up, brother? How are you, Naza?
Everything's fine. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for
Awesome.
your time. Thank you, everyone, for your valuable time. You would love and you would really enjoy this session. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
everyone. Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, I'll bring Naza back in a bit. Just before we get started of what we're gonna do today. The goal is ask all your questions. Skillwith is partner with CompTIA, so we're excited to offer one of their programs, Security Plus. We've done some introductory classes in the past before, so this is a prep class towards the CompTIA space. So for many of you, the Security Plus is a segue or an entry point to cybersecurity. It's a very safe space to kind of sneak into that world of cybersecurity. And I know some of you have done a lot of online trainings out there. Some of you are preparing for maybe CISA, CISSP, CISM, so many things. Some of you have even taken the pain to self-study to do some of these exams. I know that a lot of you have spoken with a lot of people. But for a lot of us, it's a struggle to kind of get structure and get guidance. And that's where we come in. If that's you, then this is for you, really. And in 4 weeks of your life, you'll find out that you can learn so much and get you prepared to go take the exam. And within our community, we also offer voucher. So the cost of the exam is, I think, for or something like that from CompTIA. We can apply voucher for you so you can get it way cheaper. So that's the beautiful thing also for us. Okay, we have a few folks here. You see me show you guys where you guys are logging in from. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Mr. Laser Shot, and a lot of us from different part of the world. Thank you. So let's jump into the weeds and just go through what to expect in general. Then after that, you can just go ahead and ask all your questions. Then we can, always answer those questions straight up. So let's quickly jump into what's the overview of the course and everything. Now, in general, what are the benefits of CompTIA Security Plus out there? Of course, for most people, the career advancements, you get to pride yourself in having a global certification out there. Now, for us at SkillWith, our emphasis is always skill. So, because for us, it's all about the bread and butter, right? That, okay, what is the knowledge you can have and apply now that can make you work and get a job? That's really the core of our focus most of the time. However, at the same time, we are knowledgeable to know that some organization would put in their job description CompTIA, Security Plus, CISA, any of those certifications. So it makes sense if you have the capacity to just add one. Now, it's a plus. It doesn't mean, if you ask me, I'm a little bit biased. I'm more skill focused than certification focused. However, if you add the skill, the certification is a leverage. So if I were to choose skill first for sure anytime, then certification will be on top of it. So for most of us, combine the both to make you very formidable. That's the goal at the end of the day. Of course, salary increase because you can leverage more. This world of cyber is in demand. I know sometimes there might be the struggle of, fear of recession. There's not a lot of jobs out there. I get it. People say that all the time. But in the midst of it all, a lot of people still get jobs. So we just don't position ourselves with, the negative side of it. We got to look at, because what option do we have? Are we going to just sit down and say we are doing nothing? No. So we got to just make sure we keep upskilling, get yourself knowledgeable, and be prepared when the opportunity comes or show to leverage it immediately, right? Then enhance knowledge. One thing I'll guarantee you is that none of us will be the same because your knowledge base is going to expand. That's the beauty of forcefully taking a professional certification, because now you have to learn it, the knowledge, even though it's towards the theory or multiple choice exam, but the fact that you are forced to learn towards a goal, it's a plus. So there's no negative in it, in my opinion. Of course, like I say, for me, most of you that know me know that my preference is always skill, because I'm thinking of economy, thinking of, okay, my folks need to get a job. That's the top in my head, right? At the same time, when you have the skill, the certification is a leverage, definitely. So make sure you take advantage of it big time. So what are we going to be covering the first week? We're going to get into foundations of cybersecurity, exploring the threats in general, different types of attack vectors, vulnerabilities. Session 2, we get into different technologies, cryptographic basics. You see us get into that. Week 2, we get into tools and architecture in general. We're going to learn things about authentication, access control, secure protocols out there. We're going to talk about system design principles. Before you design a system, the security principles you need to put in place, we get into that details also. By week 3, we get into identity and risk management. We delve into access control, IAM fundamental. Then we start sneaking into things like risk assessment, risk mitigation, incident response planning, and that will give us much more leverage. Then week 4, we get into some more advanced concepts, cryptography, PKI, developing policies, monitoring technique, response technique. Then we talk about network segmentation and different secure protocols in general. So the structure of the course, straight to the point, 4 weeks. It's going to be a busy 4 weeks. Let me be transparent, folks. In that 4 weeks, the expectation is, because remember, we are preparing for an exam. So you will see us emphasize a lot on potential questions you can get in the exam. So because it's an exam prep class, the ultimate goal for this program, this class, is strictly one thing: to pass the certification. That's it. All right. So, this is not one of the class you're positioning to get a job. No, take the GRC coming up in January, right? And we have an internship tomorrow. Everybody on this call, make sure you register for it. It's free. Just go for it. You're going to learn data privacy. 3 hours, amazing session. You're going to go out with knowledge you can apply immediately. So it's just amazing. Now, this particular class is for you to be done, and you tell me a week after or 2 days after, hey, coach, mentor, I've done this application and I passed. That's it. We're here to, so you see us very streamlined. In a bit, I'll bring Nazar, you'll talk to us in a bit, but you see it very streamlined, very focused on the certification, what to expect, okay? And let me quickly, I think we covered all the topics we're going to talk about. The key takeaway, practice skills, making sure you have the knowledge to do the exam and go pass it. That's really the goal at the end of the day. Then this is a snapshot of, and I'll share this in the group, a snapshot of the schedule, the calendar in summary. To register for the program, just go to academy.skillway.com, very straightforward, straight to the point. Make sure you also participate in the free internship tomorrow. You need to register for it though. And just go ahead and register for the prep class here. For the upcoming class in January, feel free to register for that here also. And this is the breakdown of each of those classes. The CompTIA, the privacy class that is free tomorrow, then the January class for GRC. And that's the summary. I'm looking forward to the main thing here, which is question and answer. Before I throw that in, let me bring Nazar real quick. And hey, Nazar, thank you so much. I know, Nazar is going to be the instructor. He and I have worked together a lot in the past too, and is very, very experienced in mentoring and teaching this particular program. He has a lot of clients all over the world. So Nazar, you want to share some insight about why should somebody invest their time? This is festive period. Why should they put in 1 month of work towards?
So thank you everyone. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your dedicated time. This particular session that we are going to have is this is how different from the other program is. Over here, we actually teach practical skills, okay? So the theory side, if you want to go for super details, we can provide the materials, the exam stuff, and all the guided materials. You can read that. You can make that in a very detailed. You can have that on super detailed stuff of the CompTIA Security Plus. But the main thing that we are going to have just in this session especially is to make your exam comfortable, okay? So how are we going to do that? We're going to make that into the practical tools, okay? So for example, if someone asks that who's going to join the session, even a person with a very limited knowledge is still good to go with the program, okay? But the main focus, the main thing that we always focus is to give us your time, okay? This dedicated time, this only 4 weeks that we are going to have it will be your one of the most memorable and skillful weeks, okay? Obviously, you'll have to sacrifice the time that you give to your family or to your sports and all that stuff. But this is going to change everything, okay? So that's for sure.
All right. So, thank you, Nazar. So let's think together. Imagine yourself. Let's go on a journey together. This is January 2025. You have, let's say, the second week or third week. We've taken the exam. God's willing, we all pass the exam. Anyone? Now, before you take the exam, this is our commitment to you. We're going to ask you to do some practice tests. Don't do the exam until we give you the thumbs up. All right? It's part of our process, because the practice test will give us an indicator. Okay, you are ready. They will tell you, go for it. For example, if I see you score 88%, 90% upward, then I feel, okay, I think you're comfortable to begin the exam. If I think that you've not really gotten to the point, you're getting the past question we are giving, then we'll tell you, can we delay it by an extra week so that you can study more? So we want to make sure none of us take it and not pass it. Okay, that's the goal for us at the end of the day. All right, thank you. Let's say somebody asked a question. Please feel free to type all your question. That's the goal. Nazar is there. Somebody said start date. The start date for the class is this Saturday. So we kick off on the 23rd on Saturday. That's the start date. All right, let's another. Please go ahead and ask all your questions. Somebody asked me earlier on and said, "What about the?" Okay, somebody asked, "Are we guaranteed to pass?" Let's be honest, we are transparent. We don't guarantee nothing, but we know one thing for sure: if you put the work and the discipline, and you follow our playbook, we are confident we stand a very good chance, close to over 90%, if we put
Even
the work.
I'll just say it over think over here. Like even if you go to the cloud vendors like Microsoft Azure, AWS, so when you do those SLA with them, service level agreements, they never guarantee the 100%. Okay, they
Yeah.
always say that 99.9%. Okay, so what we can do is we will make sure that your dedication and our efforts. So these are two things. Okay, so once these two things like come up, so they can really crack your exam. Simple as that. So even if we try our level best with you and no dedication from your side, or somehow it is less or up, so that can be a problem. So what we can do is we can assure ourselves that there will be 100% dedication from our side. So we just need you a little time, very little time. Just even if you just chunk those days, then they're just going to make 32 hours. That's just 1.5 day. Okay, almost like 1.5 to 24 hours. And you can just put 8 and 10 hours more, so you can get 32 hours. So these several hours will be very much beneficial for your career development, for your skills, for your resume, for the job interviews. So there's not only theoretical stuff. Okay, we're going to search, we're going to troubleshoot, we're going to ask the interview questions. So it's kind of like, you can say, a bundle of multiple domains that we have just our team, and we have just done very, very hard work on, especially on this program.
Thank you.
So
Naza, a quick question for you. Yes, somebody asked if there's going to be practical labs. Somebody just asked that question. Do you want to take that?
yeah, for the practical labs, obviously. So as I just stated earlier, also we're not going to go the theoretical stuff. So there will be tools. Okay, there will be real-time cybersecurity tools that you will just expose to you within the session, so you can get your hands dirty on this. And obviously, when you come to those simulation tools, when you come to those cybersecurity tools, the problem with especially with the cybersecurity individuals, are they have a very clear theoretical background and foundation, but they don't know how to deal with the vendors, how to deal with the tools, because they haven't used that, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to present you those industry vendors to you. Okay, that hey, you have to go for example, if some organization asks you that I want to install a new firewall, so you have like tens of vendors of firewall. Okay, F5 technologies, you have Fortinet, you have Cisco firewalls, you have Huawei firewalls. So you have like tons of those vendors. Okay, so how are you going to choose the right vendor for the right organization with the right domain? That would be your expertise. Okay, so that's we're going to crack in our session.
Thank you. If you don't mind, go about. Okay, somebody said, I love the fact there will be some tools to learn. And again, folks, please don't, even though we want you to learn some things, but go with one mindset. Your sole goal, one goal, is to pass the exam. All right? Because it's an exam prep program. So your ultimate priority goal is to pass the exam. That's it for a start. All right? I don't want you to know the practical and go flunk the exam. No. So whatever you're learning, make sure we can relate it to, previous knowledge to executing the questions given in the exam. And we're going to expose you to a lot of brain dumps. Talk about that.
So Akin, you're just saying, like, just in a soccer field, a player is just going to get to the goal. Simple as that. Okay, we don't going to discuss the tactics. Simple as that.
Exactly.
Okay, we
I like
just have
somebody.
to put.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Somebody said something that was awesome. She said, okay, question for you, Naza. No prior IT knowledge to start, right?
That's okay. That's fine. We don't need 10 years of experience from you guys. Okay, we just have to follow what we say. Simple as that. We just have to put the soccer ball into the goal. That's our ultimate you can say motto for the session. Okay, so we're going to get CompTIA Security Plus certified. And the best part is when you even apply for the job, the first thing they're going to ask you, are you CompTIA Security Plus certified? So if you have the certification, you can fine tune yourself for the interviews. You can fine tune yourself for the knowledge later. But the first entry point, you can say the ticket for the gate is actually the Security Plus certification. That you should be certified. CompTIA Network Security Plus
Yeah.
701, the latest one, certified.
Yeah. And the one we are doing is 701. Somebody also asked me a question about the fact that the vouchers, and I'll just tell you all. So CompTIA, they have, we are part of their partners. So because of that, we can actually give some discount for you if you come through us. So if you look here, if you can see my screen, this is if you go to their site, this is how much they sell it, right? It's for the exam, it's $404, right? Now, if you come through us, we make it 10% off, so which is good. So as partners, we have some incentives that we can give to our members to, get some discount. So if you come through us, you get 10% off for sure. So just be mindful of that. This is towards the exam, not for the exam prep. The exam prep is different. We are preparing you towards writing the exam. Once it's time to write the exam, you have to get a voucher from CompTIA to write the exam, and you go to Pearson View, a center, to write the exam. But before we allow you to go write the exam, we want to give you thumbs up and say, all right, you've done some exam practice and we feel comfortable, you can go write it because you're prepared. If we feel you're not prepared, for example, our threshold might be 85% upward. If you are scoring 70%, we might tell you wait extra 1 week so you can do some extra preparation before you write the exam, something like that. So, all right, let's see another one. Okay, somebody said I was about to ask for the voucher. Yeah, so I think I covered that well. I beat you to it. All right, let's see. More questions, folks. Go ahead and ask more questions, please. We'll make it as quick as possible. We just plan to talk 30 minutes and take your question. That's the goal. I'll just go ahead and register for it.
So I'll just add some things about the session as well until they ask the question. So
Sure.
we'll be having a 45-minute of session that would be separated into 3 to 4 hours. The one we just discussed in the browser as well. So and that would be an interactive session, obviously, and you'll be sharing those practical scenarios. And obviously, the most important thing is that we're going to be discussing a lot of real-time scenarios, especially the exam questions as well. So we're going to deal that part in every session. So we're going to put that exam questions like maybe at the very end of the session or just at the start of the class, of each class. We're going to cover up that until the end of the session. If you don't have experience, I would definitely recommend that you don't need any major experience. Okay, even if you're good with the computers, that's more than fine. Okay, so that's okay. You can jump in. This is not an expert level certification. It is obviously one of the most important foundational level certification, CompTIA Security Plus 701. So you have to start from this one, okay? If you want to go to cybersecurity field, okay? So experience doesn't require. As I said, we can cover up those things for you people, okay? We can share scenarios with you guys. We can make that happen. We can give you the tips. So this would obviously help out. Obviously, yeah. So it's just the soccer game, my friend. Pass, pass, pass.
Yeah.
Simple as that. As
Yeah.
remember this tactic. Okay.
I like that, and I think I'll challenge everybody. The mindset, remember again. I know we are focused on skill, but on this program, it's strictly pass because that's the goal. Really, it's a prep class. So my goal is I'm not going to be distracted. My focus is I need my folks to pass because that's the goal. So we are not distracted on this particular program. All right. I know my folks that are part of my skill week community, we're always doing hands-on, blah, blah, blah. Okay. On this one is different because I don't want knowledge without passing. We must. So the focus is, and we can relate with this, like doing SAT or doing your any of these professional exams, CPA. The truth is that they are not going to be what you do in your day to day most of the time. They are going to be what the examiners or the folks that set the exam expect us to put as the answer. And we also set the exam for people, right? So it doesn't mean that the exam I set makes me an expert in the world. No, it's just the way I look at it. So look in my lens to just pass. All right. Then after we pass, okay, then we're good. That's the goal of this program. Okay. So don't let's forget that part. So I'll keep drumming it. The goal is pass, pass, pass for this one. Okay, let's see another one. Somebody said, okay, look at this. Okay, this is a good one. Exam retirement dates. A lot of people are encouraged to write the CompTIA exam before January 31st. Any advice on that? And thanks. Okay. What do you think, Nazar? I know, remember
Yeah.
again? Yeah, go ahead, Nazar.
Sorry. So there's they know especially in the IT community. So when you go and apply for the data analyst or cybersecurity help desk or those foundation level jobs, they're not going to ask you that, hey, CompTIA has just released the latest cybersecurity certification, so I just need the latest one. Okay, they're just going to ask you that, hey, do you have CompTIA Security Plus certification?
Yeah,
Even if you have 601, that's even almost to retirement. Okay, we have
yeah.
just replaced by 701, right? So they're just going to need that certificate. Simple as that. Just a valid credentials that this individual has dedicated a time. He's a serious individual and he's looking into his career. So I think we should hire him. So this is what actually like the organizations look up. I have been with organizations with a lot of multinational organizations. I have done my master's in computer sciences, almost over 32 IT certifications with the major vendors, Cisco, Microsoft, CompTIA, ITIL, you just name it. I'm just into those. I've been with a lot of international organizations and have gained those experiences. That's why my asking. I've been with a lot of interview panels. So what we request is just the CompTIA Security Plus certification. It doesn't matter, okay? Until unless like you take that challenge super serious and there's organization that's just going parallelly with the exam date, so that's very rare case. Okay, almost I'll just say like 0.5% within 100%. Okay, I've never seen such organization that they've listed, hey, I need the latest CompTIA certifications. So this is what we have seen in real-time industry. You just need to get the certification, simple as that.
And I know somebody asked me the question in terms of the schedule, the duration. Let me quickly share my screen so you can see that information. And I'll pass that across to us also in a bit. But let me quickly share so you can see that information. Let me share the screen real quick. All right. Okay. So here's this class schedule for those of us that asked the question. So we kick off this Saturday, and it's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Time, Sunday 12 noon to 4 p.m. Central Time. And remember again, Thanksgiving weekend will be totally off because most of us are in North America and it's holiday. So that week will be free for everybody. Then we resume again December 7th, December 8th, 14th, 15th, 21st, 22nd. Then the next 2 weeks, we expect our folks to start preparing to take the exam immediately. Some of you might take it that same week. Maybe give yourself a Christmas treat before the actual Christmas begins. So it's up to you. But this is the schedule, and I'll share it after the call also. Okay, let's see another one. Okay, somebody said, yeah, 1 month duration. The program is, I think we talked about that earlier on also. To get registration about the program, just go to the website, academy.skillwith, and I'll show you real quick again. If you are here, I can as well just show you, go to academy.skillwith, and this is the link. When you get to the page, feel free to just go to the course here. For everybody on the call, number one, you must take the free internship tomorrow. It's for 3 hours, but you're going to leave here with knowledge of data privacy impact assessment. Big deal. You can use that, the use case, build amazing knowledge base. So make sure you register for it. It's free. For the CompTIA program is $145. Now, this is excluding the exam fee. The exam fee I showed you earlier on, you buy it from CompTIA. It's 404 there. Make sure you come through also. We give you a coupon to get 10% off because we are partners with them. So make sure you buy it through us so you can get that benefit, okay? Then for the January 18th class, for the GRC class, the link is there. Just go ahead and register. For the GRC class, if you don't register before January, full disclosure, it's going to increase a little bit. So just give me a heads up. But anyone that registers is going to be grandfathered automatically for the GRC. All right, let's take some more questions here. Somebody said, would you have this program again in 2025? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, this is the first time we are taking the Security Plus program. We've taken the CompTIA Foundation before. We offered it in our community last year, but this is the first time we're doing the Security Plus. Our vision and goal is we'll be running it at least every 2 months or 3 months going forward, so that we can get a lot of our folks certified. Yes, we believe in skill. However, sometimes we want to have that certification to put as icing on the cake. So why not? Okay, go ahead and ask more questions, folks. Any more questions? I know it's midweek, midday, a lot of you at work, but thank you for being part of it. And I want to say special thanks to Nazar for, joining and being part of this journey again, as always, brother. He's amazingly experienced. I've seen him work with a lot of global organizations, mentoring and training people, over 30 certification. I think you're just crazy, Nazar, but let's leave that to the side for now. Over 30.
I'm just still eager just to learn more, okay? So I'm just a quick learner. Is that okay?
Well, love it, love it. Somebody said, what's your actual name? They see me call you Nazar, So his name is Nazar, I just said it. So, but anyway, if there's no more questions, thank you, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you there. Let's make it special. Keep doing great things. I'll see you all tomorrow. Register for the internship class. It's going to be a life changer. Some of you are already in the community. I've started posting stuff. You're going to live there with knowledge. You're going to work in real time. You're going to work on real life assessment. You're going to eventually come up with a real life report. It is mind-blowing. Make sure you're part of it, okay? So somebody said, does it give you certificate? Absolutely, you get certificates from CompTIA, not from us, right? For us, you get certificates of attendance of our program, but you get the official one from CompTIA. All right, thank you, everybody. God bless and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you, Nazar. I'll catch up with everybody soon.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
The heart of Africa, in the heart of Africa, a flame ignites, a rhythm so vibrant, it sets minds alight. Skill with academy, where leaders are born. Embrace the tempo, let your dreams take storm. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Still with Academy, it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement, where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skill with Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the board.